just going to check the electrode pads, make sure they're in the right spot. Okay. So now they're in the right spot. And I'm going to turn it all the way back down to 1. Plug it in. And again, you're going to want to hold the hand, okay, to make sure that you can see what kind of action you're getting. I'm going to want to watch to see that the channel is flashing. That tells me that it's on that channel, okay? So now it's off. Now it came back on, so now I can increase it. So now it doesn't stay on for as long as you think it does. Okay, so just when you start seeing some action there, then wait for a little bit. Now it's off. Now when it comes back on, I'm going to increase it again. Okay, so I'm looking at his hand. He's almost getting an extension.
Hmm?
He's almost getting extension now. The fingers are straightening versus tightening.
Why am I doing that?
Well, so if I'm getting too much of the wrist flexors, okay, which is this way. Remember what I was saying? When your wrist goes down like this, your fingers naturally straighten. Okay? So if you get too much of the wrist, the fingers are going to straighten and they're not going to do what we want it to do, which is flex and make a fist.
Is that these are in the wrong place, or?
It could be in the wrong place. It could be because the intensity is too high. Sometimes if you do it too high, it can overflow into the other muscles. I notice that a lot when I'm doing the tricep, where if I get the tricep too high, then the biceps start to flex. And the action that we're going to get with Earl's hand is going to be different. So I'm not getting as good of action as we had yesterday, okay? But remember I had said, it looks like the hand has a little bit more swelling in it.
Yeah.
Now if we have more swelling in the forearm, that's also going to give us less of an action, okay? So just know that you're not going to get the same action every single time, but your checklist is, okay, am I sure that I have it in the right spot? Okay, if you want to adjust it, you saw that I pulled this out, adjusted the electrode, and then put it back in, and then increased the intensity again. So I started at the beginning again. So now you can see we're getting some of the fingers to come in a little bit. If you go up too high, then that wrist is going to start coming in. So you can see, look at. So we need to kind of keep it so that the wrist is staying more in a neutral position. We had some really nice action going on yesterday. See that? You can just see it. It's just a slight movement. His fingers are kind of tight today too, where just not a lot of range of motion. So you could start out with just kind of helping by doing a little bit of range of motion so that we can kind of increase or decrease the tone in the hand. Okay, and then when it's done, then we can come back out. Okay. Doing some goofy things today, Earl. So we're not getting as much. So it could be just because of, you know, the fluid that's in the arm is making the current do goofy things. Okay? So if you know, gosh, this is where Wendy and Lisa Ray had it marked. I know it is. I can still see it there. And you're not getting. So I would say yesterday we were getting, it was like this. Like that. Okay, a little bit more with this one. Now it almost feels like I'm getting more of a flexion, meaning more of a extension, I mean. So if it's not getting the action that you know it's supposed to be, just don't bother. Then just take it off. Okay? Because we want to make sure that it's doing what we want it to do. If it's doing something that's different than what we want it to do, something's not right. Okay? And like I said, if there's a lot of fluid in the forearm, it can make the current kind of bounce around in there and maybe is not targeting the muscles that we want.
Stick my arm in the dehydrator.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just take that off. But you've seen it when Wendy's done it where his fingers are actually coming in, okay, right? So you know what that looks like. So if you're having this goofy stuff that we're having
Well, I
today.
can see his hand is puffy.
Mm-hmm.
At the home, they would have us work that hand and
Mm-hmm.
try to get that back up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Well, and also, so with the E-stim, if we were doing it every day, that's going to keep the hand moving. And when the hand is moving, that's helping to push that fluid through.
Right.
Okay? I think that's why the forearm isn't as puffy as what it had been. But, the hand still isn't moving as much. So we'll keep working on it.